Hello once again. The first upload here from me in 2022, and I'm just here for I hope a quick upload, essentially to promote or plug the upcoming double CD compilation on Fourth Dimension, an oblique reference to zeros. It's taken a number of months to put together, but finally this is in production, and it I hope will be ready sometime. It's quite a big job actually. It's a 6-panel double CD, and it's got a booklet as well. So maybe with all that in mind, it might be the second or third week of February, maybe the end of February. I don't know. Second week if we're lucky. But CD production's also a little slower than usual right now as well. Not as bad as vinyl, but it is a little slower. And I'm sure there's a little backlog from the Christmas New Year period that most plants have to contend with as well. But that's at the plant, so it's in production, and it features mostly exclusive tracks, not all, not entirely, but mostly, I think I'm quite right in saying, by Alternative TV, Kreisvar, Hiroshima Bend, Marla Hayes, Theme with Jolt Jorez. Jolt himself also appears with a solo piece. Who else? Mad Masks, White Pea, Contrastate, Band of Pain, Gadwhip, Map 71, JFK, and Kevin Lasker. Extended Network, which is Andrew of Sleaford Mod's solo affair. Splintered, Sun Infant, and White Pea, I think I said. There's several others anyway. Mitsuru Tabata, and Sean Organ, I should say, because Sean Organ's also mastered this as well, like he invariably does with all of my releases. So yeah, that's in production now, and it's a budget priced compilation as well, with a kind of overview of some of the artists that I've been working with in recent years, and also introducing hopefully a few new ones as well. Whether or not I'll be able to work with them beyond this, beyond their compilation appearance is another matter. It's always a question of money. Of course, I'd love to, with all of them, but it's not always viable, unfortunately. As I always stress, that the pot, no matter what anybody might believe or think, the pot's nearly always empty here. So it's always fast turnaround with everything. So I get one release out, money comes in for it, and it kind of goes towards the next release, and there we go. So there's the pot, and it goes down again. So that's how it goes generally. So which is why I always say direct orders are welcome, especially because they help to keep some money in the pot, towards the upcoming releases. So yeah, that's happening, and I think it's a really good compilation. I don't generally like compilations that much, but I just thought I seem to put out a lot of releases by artists that a lot of people seem to be a little cautious about. So so I thought maybe this would be a good way of overcoming that. I've said this before as well, so I apologise for reiterating this. I think I've said it before anyway, but I know some people prefer certain releases on my labels, including Fourth Dimension, Winter Hill, and Lumberton Trading Company. I know some people prefer certain releases or certain artists, releases by certain artists, and some prefer certain others, and there are a few people that are in between and go for everything, and there are a few people, even more, that actually support everything that I do, and I'm really grateful to these people. But I thought this would be a good way of bringing a diverse selection of artists together. I nearly said artists. A good way of bringing a diverse selection of artists together, and hopefully anybody who's at least read some of the bump about certain releases that I put out, that maybe has thought, well, this sounds kind of interesting, but I'm not sure. Well, it maybe, because of band X or artist Y or whatever on the double CD, they will have a chance to hear some other artists that I work with, and a number beyond as well. It's quite a diverse selection now, as I keep stressing, because like many people, I grew up with John Peel, and when I was sort of thinking about this compilation, I just thought maybe that should be my rationale behind this CD as well, or this double CD. I should approach it in exactly the same manner regarding, quite an eclectic sort of bunch of artists, where no one track necessarily sounds, or one artist necessarily sounds like the next one. That's the rationale behind it, rather than something more uniform. I don't like uniformity anyway, and I think the labels kind of illustrate that, and that also dovetails perfectly with my earlier point. Why some artists appeal to some people and some others appeal to another group of people. So yeah, I realise there are some divisions of interest, let's say, amongst the people that do buy things from Fourth Dimension and the other labels. But yeah, so that's the general rationale behind it. And I hope once this double CD is out and about, I hope some people will find it makes sense, and hopefully want to then explore some new artists for them. So that again, that's the idea, and that's also why it's a budget priced album as well. £7 for a double CD. I can hear some people say, maybe that's not completely budget priced. It is. Again, I can't afford to lose money on these things. I've lost plenty of money over the years on various things. I just can't do that anymore. So this is as low as I could go, and I think it's really good value for money. I think £7 plus shipping, but £7 alone for a double CD with well over 2 hours of music on. It is an absolute bargain, and it's worth. It will be worth getting simply for some of these exclusives as well. Alternative TV have got an exclusive on there. Kleishvar has Hiroshima Bend, Richard Young's, Mitsuru Tabata, Sean, lots of Theme, Jolt, lots of exclusives on there. Of course, the artists. I don't own the tracks. The artists are welcome to do anything they want with them later. But for now, these are exclusives, and they certainly won't appear anywhere, anywhere else in this same kind of setting again. Anyway, so and I think it's good. I think the artwork's fantastic as well. Once again, in-house designer Puppy 38 has done that. I think he's done a marvelous job with it. There's also a T-shirt based on the front cover design to tie in with this, and I've been holding back. I've had a few orders for this, pre-orders, but obviously it makes more sense for me to put in an order for T-shirts in one fell swoop. So I want to put in an order for X amount. So if you're interested in the T-shirt, get the pre-order in, I would say, by mid-February, and then I can just place the order in one go, and that will make far more sense than just ordering, 2 here, 3 there, whatever. yeah, it just does. So so if you're interested in that, then again, it's my first venture into t-shirts for many years. Um, don't generally go for merch, to be honest. Sometimes think about it, like maybe a mug with a Fourth Dimension logo or something really cheesy. So, but no, it's. I mean, look, it's so naff. Well, maybe it isn't. I don't know. It's, no, I don't. You can write and tell me if you think that's a good idea. You know, a Lumberton Trading Company logo, or a mug with all three logos. So, or maybe this would make more sense. Something like this Harbinger Sound beer bottle opener, and I say it's for beer, you know. So something like that. I mean, that's very. There's a reason why that's here. So, but maybe something like that. That's practical. Well, so is a mug. A mug's practical as well. But no. Anyway, to go back to what I wanted to say, I I haven't done t-shirts for many years. There used to be a couple of splintered ones, but I think Steve of Dirter did those, and I did a Grim Humour one many years ago as well. I can't remember how many were printed, and I can't remember how many sold, but a few did, and a number did, probably 20 or 30 or something. Can't imagine anyone still got a Grim Humour t-shirt. And if they have, it certainly won't fit them. It'll be like any other band t-shirt from the early 80s, you know, where, you know, well, I went through this myself a few years ago, where you try and squeeze into it, and you know, it doesn't matter how much you try and convince yourself that you can, you know, still fit in, and you just can't. You know, it's like but no, it would have been impossible for a Houdini, you know. So squeeze into this. So oh dear, I seem very jolly today. I don't know. I probably shouldn't upload this now. Anyway, obviously something's tickled me, but yeah, just the idea of merchandise. Anyway, on that note, this was just, as I said, a big shout out for the double CD, and yeah, maybe just very briefly, I can say the Coventry punk fanzines book, written by Alan Ryder. That's also at the printers now, and the Grim Humour, the second Grim Humour book, is simply waiting for for Puppy 38 to design it. But I sent a disc of scans over a week ago to him, recorded delivery, and it still hasn't arrived, you know, from Krakow to Vienna. So could have driven it there, you know, far quicker and come back in the same day. But nonetheless, you know, that's the postal system for you. You know, usually it's pretty good here in Poland. I would even say it's better than the UK system. But I don't know. Maybe it's stuck on the Austrian side, because they've got severe restrictions, I think, still in place there. So maybe it's something to do with that, you know. But yeah, anyway, the package is probably strapped to a tortoise as I speak, you know, just ambling along. But anyway, I'll stop rambling along, and I'll... what can I say? Yeah, it's a budget price double CD, to return to that. Maybe I should also do one final thing here. I don't think enough people watch these. Well, maybe they're in their right mind. Not enough people are liking or watching these uploads, which I only do because nobody else, or very few other people, promote anything I do. You know, I do releases by certain artists, and they might promote their release. They're under no obligation to promote anything beyond that either. But beyond those people doing that, and maybe a couple of fanzines like Fear and Loathing and who else? Compulsion Online, Vital Weekly, so Franz Savard. Well, they review everything. You know, they'd review a CD of somebody farting if you know, if that's what somebody felt inclined to do. Yeah, to release. They review everything anyway. So, but Vital, Compulsion, sometimes, Fear and Loathing, couple of others whose names escape me right now. There are very few Progress Report, very few people out there promoting anything I do, plugging anything I do. You know, I'm on Twitter and Instagram. I don't really promote anything on Instagram generally, maybe a little, but I don't know. Instagram seems a bit pointless to me. It doesn't seem to work at all. Twitter isn't so good either. When I go to Twitter, I just see people, the same group of people who seem, I don't know, it seems like they're glued to Twitter all day. Yeah, so like they've got nothing else going on in their lives. But that's how it seems to me, that they're just giving updates of the minutiae of their lives. You know, oh, I'm making a cake. I just farted. You know, and they're writing about all of this, and you know, like thoughts that normally should just stay inside, you know. I think anyway. So I don't know what the point of Twitter is really. I always call it twatter. Yeah, because it just seems to be full of twats. Anyway, yeah. What did I want to say in relation to that? Yeah, maybe it would be nice to get a few more people watching these, and maybe if you comment or get somebody else to comment under this upload, which must be the only upload so far where I'm laughing so much, because usually I'm very dour. Then yeah, anybody who leaves a comment, I don't know how to do this. I want to do something where I can give 10% discount to anybody who leaves a comment, but then I need to know who they are, but there is a way around that. Anybody who leaves a comment under this latest upload is entitled to a 10% discount of any of my releases. They have to, don't go through the big cartel shop. You'd have to write to me directly. The email address will be, and the big cartel shop will be under this upload. Just let me know what you want, and I'll give 10% discount off any orders, excluding the shipping. So just leave a comment, email me to say you've left this comment, in case the two names don't match, because obviously some people don't use their real names on YouTube and whatever. Very wise. Yeah, and yeah, if you do that, then and you want to buy one or two things or more, then just email me and say you've left a comment. I can check it, and then you can, if you want, place an order with 10% discount. But as I said, don't go through the shop, because there's no option for the 10% discount. There is instead, or rather, instead, I can only take emails from you, and you'll just have to write down what you want. Then I'll give you a total. All right. And on that note, I think I have said enough today. So thank you very much. Thanks again to everybody who supports everything. Thanks to anybody who watches this nonsense. And sorry, I don't know why I'm so bloody giggly today, but anyway, I am. I don't know, but it's just one of those days. And yeah, so much for my bloody image. So. Oh dear. Anyway, thanks a lot, and leave a comment. Leave a comment. Thanks.